freedom fighter of India. Today date is 26th February. So, freedom fighters were those people who fight for the freedom of our country, and many of them even sacrifice their life for our motherland. So one cannot affirm the importance of freedom fighter. Eventually, they are the one because of whom we are liberated away from any obsession, whether their contribution was big or small. They are important today as they were in those days. They stood against the Britishers so that our country and our people could experience the joy of freedom. So they consider as a symbol of patriotism and bravery. Every freedom fighter has contributed to or one or another way to bring the end of British dominance and their slavery. So they are those people because of whom we are able to celebrate the independence. These peoples revoked against the colonization and stood against the Britisher for their country as well as their people. Our freedom fighter even went in the war to safeguard the interest of our country. They have also sacrificed their lives in the war of independence. Our freedom fighters were very important for our country as they were inspiration and motivation for others to fight against the injustice. They were the pillar behind the freedom movement. They were one who made the people aware about their rights and their powers. So freedom fighters were the triggered and motivated other people to fight for the liberalization of our country. They made people aware about their rights, rights and their privilege. These freedom fighters are the strong pillars for our freedom movement. It is because of them, the freedom fighters, we are free from any injustice. There are so many freedom fighters, but we will discuss. One of them was our Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. We all are aware about him. His famous line was, "Give me blood and I will give you the freedom." Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was the founder of Indian National Army. He trained many soldiers, not only in India. He named them as Azad Hind Sena to fight against the British Army. Then another one was Chandrasekhar Azad. He inspired many youths of his age to participate in the freedom movement. A rebel by the birth, he went on heroic battle against the British. He devoted his life to achieve the freedom for our country. Then Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He had an big contribution to our Indian freedom struggle as one of the most influential and strong-minded Indian freedom fighter. He was the brain and the mind behind the integration of India into United Countries. Then Bhagat Singh. So Bhagat Singh was among the extreme revolutionaries of Indian freedom fighter. He was largely controversial through respected figure in the freedom struggle of India. Then Lokmanya Tilak. Lokmanya Tilak. Lokmanya Tilak. Lokmanya means the accepted by the people. His famous quotes were Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Those were the one of the freedom fighters who fought for our country, for our people, and for the freedom of our India.